Hello everybody and welcome back to another one of my videos. Today I'm just going to show you a quick garden update. We're coming up to the autumn now and the weather's getting a bit cold, so I'm going to have to do some general garden maintenance and show you what's going on in the garden. I've got a few buckets of my sweet potatoes what I wanted to leave for a bit longer, but I'm going to have to harvest those as well. So I'm going to show you what's going on in the garden also, and I hope you're all okay and doing well, and just a general quick garden go over. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing first. Right everybody, so we've made a start and managed to find some tomatoes. It's going to be for our dinner tomorrow. Some of them are starting to split. I don't know if it's because of the cold, but nevertheless we're still getting some produce, and they're very sweet as well. Right, going over to my pepper. I'm just going to quickly check these. You know, we had a good harvest of peppers. I've been giving some away, and they just still keep coming. We've got some Scotch bonnets down there, but I don't know why they're so late in the season this year. But like when they're small like that, then they're just good for just dropping in a pot, just to flavour your pot a bit. So the jalapenos are still getting quite a few of those. So all I'll do, I'll just drop these put these in a bag and freeze them. When you're ready to use them, they're there. These are soon to be coming to the end of the season as well, but the tree is still flowering. You've got to really have eyes to look when you're picking these, because they're just everywhere. You can see that they're still producing, though the weather's gone a bit cold, but that's how they go. So we've got these from it. See some nice jalapenos. Every time you look back, you see something else. So I'm just going to have a look down here again. Not sure. I'll get my cameraman to come around here now. This is my Scotch bonnets. What do I say there's quite a lot on there, but you can see that they're very small. Can still use them when they're like that size. Let me show you, see if I can turn this one around. Show you, I've got a few nice size ones on here. So like, you can still use them when they're like that. Ideally you would want them a bit bigger, but they're still usable. There's still a lot on here, but they're not getting any bigger. And then you've got some going into funny shapes, like long torpedo ones like that. But as small as you see them, they're still going to be hot. So these now are just used for cooking in the week. So they're still going to be very hot. Right. So you can see I've still got the corn. I've still got the cobs on them, sending out the cobs. So those I'm going to leave for another couple of weeks. So I'm going to just, you can see there's some nice sized cobs on them, and they're still sending out. So just going to leave that for a couple of weeks and see what happens with those. See, it's still got some chard, but this is going to be tough now, but it's still sending out new ones, so might still be right. This was the scaredy cat one, what I put it in there from the beginning of the season. As you can see, it will, if you break a piece off, I think it will grow, because this one's, that's what I did. I broke a piece off of it, I stuck it in the dirt and left it there, and that's how big it's just grown, one straight one. So you can see I've still got some flowers here, there and everywhere. My pumpkins, although the tree's dried up, you can still see that it's still sending out some little ones, but the weather's a bit too cold for these to do anything now, so they won't do anything. The kohlrabi, I won't bother with that again. I'll show you. There's one bulb there, and that's the only one what's swollen up. The others are just, I wouldn't, it's not something that I would say I would grow again, because all I've had is just the leaves come up and just get eaten, so it's just food for those. You can see my pumpkins and everything else is, the cold's got to it already. Let me go around the other side and show you. Although the cold's got to it, you can see the top of it is still, although it's dried up, the top of it's still growing and sending out flowers. Now this is a cucumber. You can see it's still flowering. The pumpkin's dried up. Got another little tiny one here. Got a little tiny one there. There. As small as that is, you can, that's still edible. So I don't have to look where the runners are, because I see this is a runner, and you can see it's, although it's still flowering, and it's got one there, which is a bit strange for this kind of weather, but everything's drying up. So what I'm going to do, just going to get a bag and these rest of sweet potatoes, because the weather's gone a bit cold for them now. I'm just going to get some gloves and empty these ones out. Right, so now I've got down to that. I forgot to show you, I've still got some of these gigantic tomatoes. There's still quite a few on there which are still green. They still look nice and healthy, so hopefully they don't split. So I'm going to come down to these sweet potatoes now. These was the ones what I planted late in the season when you saw me plant that experimental bucket, we only got one at the bottom. So I'm just going to cut these off. So you can see that's the growth, what I got out of it. Just going to show you one of these. So like, if the weather was well and we had the climate for it now, all what you do, you get like that, and you cut that off there, and then you just cut this off here, and that one there, and you just stick that in water and wait for it to root, and then you got another plant. But we haven't got the climate for that over here, so I'm going to empty this one out now. Got two of these, what I've done in cloth bags. I think I've got 3 more what I've got in thing. So just empty this one. I think I put the two roots in this one. And as I can see, what I was expecting, yeah, just like little small tiddlers in here. But this was planted late down in the season, so we've got a couple. They're not very big. I think they were planted a bit too late, but they're still edible. The last lot, I really enjoyed the last ones what I picked. And these, like, if you're doing like a casserole or something, you can just drop them in there. I don't know where to put them at the moment. Leave these here first. So this is one of those cloth bags. You can see how long they would be. It's a nice length one. I only needed to swell up a bit more, but we're at the end of the season now, so there wouldn't be much growth in them. So you see. Right, so I'm just going to cut that for a bit and just run inside and get a bowl. Right, so I've got a bowl. As you can see, the dirt is quite dry still and still quite loose. So like with sweet potatoes, you don't have to worry about them coming back next year. That won't happen. Right, see this one, got some nice long ones in here. So if you say that you can't grow sweet potatoes in England, if you've got the right conditions, the right temperature and everything, you can get sweet potatoes. But like I said, these ones was planted very late in the season. I think these were planted near enough the end of June or somewhere like that. I think these two, this bag and the other one, what I'm going to do in a minute, was the ones what I was meant to give to somebody, but they was taking a bit too long. And I said I'm going to not going to grow them and then leave them. So anyone who has got sweet potato plugs from me, just let me know how your one's done. I'd really like to know. I did tell you how to grow them, where to put them for growing success. You can see that's just the root system. You can see that it will give up a lot, especially if you've got the right size container or pot. You'll get a good you'll get a few from it. So although they're small and skinny, I'll show you in a minute, they're still quite edible. So all this right now, I'll put that up to use for next year. So that's what I got out of the first bag. There's still some nice size ones, some nice lengthy ones in there, so those are still quite edible. Right. So I'm going to cut that and I'm going to get the other bag now. Right, so this is a second cloth bag. There's 2 plants in here, that's the growth from it. Let's see if there's any in this one. Right, this one the dirt's a bit more wet. Seen anything yet, so this one's a 0, I think. Got a couple there, but nothing on the main roots. So looks like this bag was it too much in the shade? At least I know next time now you can't put them in the shade. So this one was a bust. Can't see any in this one. Here's the second one. And nothing's on that one. So this one was too much in the shade. This one was a big no. Right, so I'm going to just put this one away and then I'm going to get one of the other ones. Right everybody, so I've got another one of the bigger buckets now. This is shown in one of those flexi buckets. And you can see how much growth it's got on it. I think there was 2 in this one. And you can see how much growth it's put on. So that's some of the growth. I'm sorry if these videos seem a bit long. I just want to show you everything, that we're not cheating or anything. There's a lot of people saying, oh yeah, sweet potato, yeah. Right. So this is a flexi bucket one. You can see you've got a lot of weeds and everything. So let's want to start on this one now. Oh my God. Still got a nice one here. Put the dirt back in there. Because all through the winter these roots are rotten down. And you know, you've got a nice compost as well. So you can see this one's a bit dry. So you don't need to worry about all that are rotten down through the winter. Try not to break him if there's any here now. See, this is a nice one here. If I left these any longer they would have rotten out. So I'm just trying to fit this one of the plants. You can see they're still would produce a lot, but like I was saying, it all depends on the heat what you got and the position where you put it. They need the full heat to get a good crop. Put it in there. Try not to damage any if there's any more in here. And this was grown with some sawdust as well. But you can see the growth, how much straw you get from it. But this one was right at the front, so there we go. So there was two now, so you can see it's still everything sending out some. But when you see these are still quite edible. Put these in my pot, in my roast tomorrow. For my Sunday roast, those can go in there. Let's see how much straw is in there. Got a nice one there. The nice ones. See, that's the size what you want for late in the season. That's a nice size one. So for roast sweet potatoes, you know that it's not a plant for this country, but with the climate and everything changing now, you can grow tropical plants and get a little bit of success out of them. I think what I need for these to get a proper crop is a container about twice as deep as these. So I'm going to just do this and I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, we're back again. This is my deepest pot. And I've put 2 in here. So that's the growth. So let's see if there's any bigger ones in here. I hope. I've got one more pot to do after this. And then that's my sweet potato harvest for this year. I'm just trying to stretch out my back a bit. I'll probably spend the rest of the day lying down now. Right, so I'll be back with you in a minute. Right, so I'm going to empty this big bucket now. As you can see, this is what happens. You've got snails sitting. So when I see them, I'll give them a good throw. They're one of the pests of the garden. Let's see how to do this one. This one ready for everybody. Right, as you can see, this one, just trying to preserve my back a bit. This one, as you can see, it's got all the hairs going through it, the roots, and the soil on this one's still wet. Just trying to see what the best way up. Start from this side. The soil back in as I go. Get it out of the way. That's one of the root system. That's the first one. Broke. They've been that long. See, these are nice and red. Got a bit of dirt in my eye. Right, so I'm gonna. No, this video is going to be long. This one's going to take me a bit longer to do. I've still got one more to do, so I'm going to just do this one and then show you afterwards what's in there. If there's any in there, then I'll come back to you. So let's just do this one quickly. Right everybody, so this is what we got out of the big bucket. Not a lot, but still got a few, they're bigger sizes. So that's what we got out of 1, 2, 3, out of 4 buckets, that's what we got. No big ones this year, for some reason. This is the last one. There's 2 in there as well. It's the growth. This was the one nearest to the back. So far this year we haven't had any big giant ones. I think that's the biggest one. There's a few good sized ones in there still, but not as much as what we had before. So at least we're still getting something out of it. There we go. Snail City again. This is my last bucket. This one you see straw as well. My back is totally gone. So let's see what's in this one. I think this one was grown in koi and compost. By the looks of it. So you can see really what you need is a big container twice the height of that for them to go right down and swell. But these ones are compact. Got one here. So you can see how far down they need to go. So next year now I'm going to try something else. Nice one. So I'm just going to do this, then I'll come back to you. Right everybody, so I'm back. This one was a bust as well, but you can see how long the root system is on them. So that's how long you need something about that high for them to go down into and swell up. Because remember, when you plant them at an angle like that. So you can see you still got some what needed to go down, but because they haven't got nowhere to go, they stop there and then they just stay there. You can see how long that one is. That would have been a nice one. But that's grown sweet potatoes over here. In the daytime we've got the right temperature in the daytime, but at night time is when the temperature drops now, then they haven't got the right temperature. So, but I've got something out of it anyway, so I'm not too much fussed or bothered by it. No more in here. So that was grown in koi and thing. So you saw the other sweet potato harvest the last time, and this is what we got out of the rest. A couple of big ones, but they're still edible. Gonna have these for a couple of meals. So you're thinking, is it worth growing sweet potatoes over here? I will say, if you don't try something, then you're never going to know. And if you've got the right conditions for things, then they're going to grow. If you haven't, then you don't expect much from it, but you still give it a try, and that's what I do. So if you've enjoyed this video, please remember to like, share and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend about this channel. We want to build this channel. We're coming up to the end of the season and we haven't reached our subscribers numbers yet, or our watch hours time yet, so please watch the videos. We'll have videos coming out for a few weeks, well, and then you'll see some other videos I'm going to be doing somewhere else. So I hope you're all going to take part in the channel and enjoy those ones as well. There'll be adventures, but I'm not going to tell you where they're going to be from. So hopefully you'll watch and you'll see where I am, and I'll tell you where I am, and we'll see what happens over there. I'm going to show you some plant life from over there as well, so, and different things. So I hope you're going to enjoy those videos what's to come. We're going to finish off these seasons yet. I've still got some corn and my peppers to harvest, and just got a few tomatoes around the place, and then I'm gonna start next week to give this a general tidy up, and then we'll be ready again for the next season. So hope you all take care of yourself, and see you all on the next one. Happy gardening to you all.